W's around the world. Streaming live on www.facebook.com/DZRJ810am or on YouTube, channel DZRJ810am, Radio Bandido. To all Teleradio Bandido viewers and listeners, you can now watch Teleradio Bandido on our new YouTube channel, DZRJ810am, Radio Bandido. Hit the subscribe button and like the video. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified when a new video gets uploaded. Don't miss out on our dynamite lineup.
If you like listening to this station, DZRJ 810 AM, there's no excuse not to listen anywhere and wherever you want. Listen on your phone or computer anytime, anywhere in the world. Just download the app for free. How do you download? If you have an Android phone or tablet, go to Google Play Store. If you have an iPhone or iPad, go to Apple App Store. It's that simple. You have 3 choices. Just type in TuneIn Radio. Once the app is downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. For Radio Garden app, once it's downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. And for Streema app, that's STREEMA. And once it's downloaded, search for DZRJ 810 AM. And now you can enjoy DZRJ 810 AM anytime and anywhere. Hey, it's free.
Ako si Attorney Darwin Cañete, and my program is Pugad Vloggers, aired every Monday to Friday from 7 to 8 p.m. dito sa Radio Bandido, simulcast on DZRJ 810 AM, on Sky Cable, Channel 224, TV Plus boxes, and on free-to-air TV, facebook.com/DZRJ 810 AM, and our official YouTube channel. Nood po kayo!
Pugad Vloggers, ang kurap titirisin, sa loob sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin, ang saya-saya nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropa. Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers.
Ayan, good evening mga kapugad. This is Attorney Darwin Cañete and this historic day, the first SONA of the new President Bongbong Marcos Jr., Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. Para sa mga nanood ng live, narinig nyo mismo yung mga sinabi ng ating bagong Pangulo. And yun ang magiging topic ko ngayon habang mainit-init pa mga kapugad, no? Napakarami niyang diniscuss, hindi ko lang alam kung kakasyahin sa isang oras na binigay sa atin ng Pugad Vloggers. But here we go, no? Nagustuhan ko yung opening ng kanyang speech mga kapugad, no? And of course, joining us of course Alicia Ochial. Good afternoon sa iyo diyan, kung saan ka man. Now, mga kapugad, ang nagsimula siya is emphasizing, no? Na napakaganda. Hindi lang po siya ang may ideas na magaganda para sa Pilipinas. At wala siya naging kaaway nung kampanya. He did not speak badly, no? Wala siyang pinaringgan, wala siyang pinagsabihan ng masama. So, sabi niya, more or less, yung mga ideas nila, they will find it. No? Maraming ideas silang mga naitapon, naisabi during the campaign at malaking bagay yon na kanyang pinag-iisipan na isama sa kanyang mga giging programa moving forward, mga kapugad. So, that is a good start to the speech. Tinuloy lang yung kanyang mga magandang sinabi tungkol sa unity. No? Unity, mga kapugad. So, pagkakaisa. But ngayon, sa kanyang speech sa SONA, nakita natin yung pagbibigay niya ng tinatawag na muscles, no? Kung sa katawan pa, yung kampanya niya, nandoon yung mga buto. Ngayon, nandito na yung nanalo na siya, siyempre, bigyan na niya ng tinatawag na muscles, no? Na may konti ng paglalagay ng konting karne. yung kanyang pangako. Magkakaroon na nabubuo na yung kanyang vision for the Philippines. And I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy to hear na sabi na natin na ano siya, na lahat halos ng mga sinabi niya is forward-looking. Paharap, no? Hindi na niya tinitingnan yung nakaraan. Ang sa kanya, ito yung problema, ito yung inabutan ko, itong ayusin ko, mga kapugad. So, isa-isahin nating discuss, mga kapugad, itong kanyang mga topics, okay? So, anyway, I have account in Twitter, no? And I am looking at the website, or at least the Twitter account of President Ferdinand BBM Marcos Jr. on Twitter, no? So let's start with one of his famous quotes, no? One of the things na in-emphasize niya sa kanyang speech. Hello, good evening, Zepi Sabala and Minda Bletchinger. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Okay. So, thank you sa mga nagjo-join sa atin. O nga pala, before I forget, no? Pugad Vloggers is simultaneously broadcast, no? Hindi lang po sa radyo. So mga pauwi sa inyo dyan, nasa kasada at nakatune in sa DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Bukod sa radyo po, simulcast po tayo sa ibang streaming platforms. Ang unang streaming platform para sa atin is of course the Facebook page of DZRJ 8:10 a.m. on Facebook. So para sa inyo dyan na nag-Facebook na, and you want to catch the live stream, punta lang po kayo sa DZRJ 8:10 a.m. Facebook page. And mas maganda para mas maganda yung experience ninyo, you can actually leave a comment and like and reaction doon sa ating broadcast na simulcast doon. So, naku, may parating na maganda magjo-join sa atin. No. So, we have, of course, joining us is the ever-beautiful, ever-smart Doc Ethel Pineda. Good evening sa'yo, Doc. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. I thought that ayaw nyo na sa akin eh.
Ano?
Na-late lang ako ng 2 minutes eh.
No, we miss you so much.
Yeah.
Tawag nito, hindi tayo halos nakikita because of all you are so busy a person, Doc.
And plus a lot of things. Yeah, I missed seeing you last week. How are you? You go ahead, please, Attorney Cañete. I was listening to the way that you were describing the sauna.
Yes, the sauna, I think, I don't know, parang relate ako sa president natin eh. I'm a techie guy, no? Techie guy, more on the way technology is integrated into progress. Yung nakikita ko yung ito yung modern convenience. May cellphone na tayo, meron tayong computer aided transactions. Ako I transact with FEO, for example, because I own a few firearms. Lahat ng transaction ko sa kanila is online. And then pupunta na lang ako doon sa opisina nila to submit the documents. But the filing of the yung application form or the forms that I need to submit can be done online, pati yung pagbayad, GCash or basta pagbabayad ka, wala ka nang
transfer, Paymaya.
Exactly, Paymaya. So the modern conveniences, the modern way to transact is integrated into a government transaction. So, yun ang narinig ko sa kanya. Those, parang, yung gumaan yung dibdib ko knowing that he is of the same mindset.
Yeah, because, if transactions are made online, the chance for open drawers.
Yes.
Less, okay.
Less.
The less human intervention there is, the less human corruption.
Tama yun. You have a good point, Doc. Konting, wala na yung hindi na dumadaan sa fixer. Well, hindi ka na kasi pupunta doon kung saan ang fixer eh. Di ba? Oo.
Yun. It's
where were you, Doc, when you were listening to the speech?
Actually, I have not listened to its entirety. Ang napakinggan ko lang ay ang prayer, which I alam mo pagka nag-opening prayer tulad nung sa inauguration at ito, it's I think it's the most honest, no? Dahil galing sa puso ng lahat yan eh. It represents all the longings of the people, no? Even if say you're an atheist, an agnostic, you might as well be just talking to yourself and telling for no one in particular the wishes, no, your innermost wishes. And I think that prayer resonated to a lot of people.
Yes, it's good to hear. Yung consistency from the campaign up to the opening days of his administration, unity is the message and unity is the spirit of his administration.
So it was heartening, no, that the imam and the Protestant minister and the Catholic priest were saying to guide this president, no? Yun naman ang gusto natin to guide, to give him wisdom, no? Para lahat tayo ay, will benefit from that. Yun.
So anyway, Doc, I have the first screen that I'd like to share. This is from my Facebook account, my Twitter account. Yung sinasabi niyang education. Okay, education. Sabi niya, State of the Nation Address. Ang edukasyon ay ang tangi nating pamana sa ating mga anak na hindi nawawaldas. Kaya anumang gastusin sa kanilang pag-aaral ay hindi tayo magtitipid. I think this is in relation to the giving the teachers the tools. Not even history, no? The tools to teach, to do their jobs, and which I think is very good, no? You are an educator, Doc, no? If you are
I teach.
You teach.
I teach.
What is, anong dating sa'yo niyan, Doc?
At napakaganda niyan. Talaga, totoo yung sinasabi niya, hindi mawawaldas yan. So, may mga panahon, nung araw, ang teacher bibili ng kartulina, ang teacher bibili ng chalk, ang teacher bibili ng kung ano-ano pa, no? Ang burden ng teaching ay sobrang pinapasan ng teacher, no? Kung ang gobyerno ay bibigyan ang mga guro, no, ng tamang assistance, ng tamang tools to teach our children, then that would be the best for everyone, no? At saka yung tamang pasweldo sa mga teachers.
Yes, I think yes. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Okay, ito pa nasabi niya. This one is closer to your heart. No more COVID-19 lockdowns and more hospitals needed outside NCR. Your comment, Doc.
No more lockdowns. Palagay ko nga ang panahon ng lockdown ay lumipas na, no? Dahil sa pagkakaroon natin ng high vaccination rates. Pero kailangan talaga pag-itingin pa natin yan. Dahil nakikita natin na tumataas ang ating numbers, no? Gayunpaman, tumataas ang number pero ang severe na nag-overwhelm sa mga hospital natin ay hindi ganun kataas, no? So, at saka yung sinabi niya, no? Sinabi ba niya na more hospitals
outside NCR?
Outside NCR, no? Matagal na natin talaga na hinihiling yan. Katulad nga nung nasabi ko last time, ang mga pasyente mula sa Visayas, Mindanao, sa malalayong lugar ng Tagalog region, nagpupunta sa Maynila, nakapila ng 1 linggo sa PGH, sa East Avenue, sa Jose Reyes, naghahantay para lang sila sa heart center, no? Buwan ang pila. So kung magagawa talaga yan, mga tertiary specialty hospitals outside of NCR, that will be really great.
Pero Doc, naalala ko lang nung panahon ng previous administration, may mga, the previous to the previous one, sabi nila during the Dilawan presidency, may mga health center daw na anomalya doon, yung project, I don't know kung nabasa mo yun.
Mga health center na sa damuhan, sa parang itinayo. Totoo yan, meron akong kaibigan, taga Naga. At sabi niya,
Naga!
Totoo. Ay, verifiable yan. Tanong niyo po. Na nagtayo sila ng health center pero dinadamo na ngayon at walang facilities, walang nurses, hindi talaga operational, no? Pero palagay ko hindi lamang diyan sa lugar na yan nagkaroon ng mga ganyan. I think that can be mirrored in other parts of the country because of corruption and
Yes.
yeah. Oo.
So, sana ma-avoid yun, no? Sa because maraming pwedeng andito maging anomalya diyan if President Marcos does not watch out.
Oo, talaga.
So another one, tourism infrastructure. We will first and foremost make basic developments such as road developments. We will upgrade our airports. We will also make it more convenient for travelers to go around the country, even to remote areas. I think that's maganda marinig yun.
No?
Tourism is really our bread and butter.
Oo, pero nakakaligtaan natin talaga yung very basic. Alam mo, yung public toilets.
Yes.
Public toilets. I've traveled north and south at pagka ikaw magpipit stop ka, no? Hanap ka ng public toilet, naku, talagang problema, no? Problema. Yung sanitation is not so good. So, imagine tayo Pilipino, no? Tolerated pa natin yan kasi, alam natin na ganyan talaga. Pero if we are to entice tourists, no, to travel all over our land, that's one thing that's very important, no? The availability of, maaaring sabihin ng iba, napakaliit na bagay niyan, pero hindi po, no? Sa turista na nagta-travel, malaki ang halaga ng clean public toilets.
Okay, meron siyang portion on continuity. Sabi niya na he will expand the build programs of President Duterte. It's very good, no? He credits talaga. Maganda 'yon. Maganda. Meron din siyang sinasabi tungkol sa the Philippines must become investment destination. We will implement sound fiscal management, expenditure priorities will be realigned, and spending efficiency will be improved. Our country must become an investment destination. Kasama na rin doon yung tax system adjustment, which will impose value-added tax on digital service providers.
So, anong test mo dyan, Attorney Cañete?
Well, being a bit techie, that means, no, translation natin mga kapugad, is that ano ba ang tinatawag na digital service providers? Netflix, YouTube. So, they will be taxing these entities who are earning money from earning revenue from providing a service. So, pagkukunan ng pera yan. So, Netflix, makakatax kayo dyan. Medyo tataas siguro subscription rate niya ng konti.
Konti lang naman sana, no? Ngayon naman, manageable naman yung rates ng Netflix. Everybody, I think, has Netflix, no? So, not too bad. No? Siguro
yung mga slap soil talaga ang wala.
Yung nakikikuha ng code ng password. Pero yung Pornhub, sige, lagyan nyo ng tax na malaki.
Oy, may magagalit sa'yo pag nag-tax ka ng malaki sa Pornhub.
Free? Di ba free yan? Free? I think that's free.
Tanong natin si Maricar kasi hindi ako member eh.
Chargean nyo na po.
Okay, sabi niya dito, tungkol ito sa OFWs he also discussed this sabi niya, sabi niya, hindi natin pahirapan ang mga biktima ng krisis na dudulog sa ahensya. Gagawin natin simple ang proseso ng paghingi at pagpaparating ng tulong. Hindi dapat dagdagan ang hirap ng nararanasan ng ating mga mamayan. I think this refers to OFWs who are asking for help. So that's good. That's good to hear. Parang si President Duterte din, malapit yung OFW sa puso ni President Marcos.
Oo.
Mm.
Ang pangarap nga ng dating Pangulo, si President Duterte, ay magkaroon ng less na OFW at umuwi at dito magtrabaho para kapiling ng kanilang pamilya. No? Pero kung hindi talaga maiiwasan, then make it easy for our OFW. Tinawag nga nating bagong bayani. No?
Pero okay, first, it's not a comment against the previous president. Pero iba yung temperament niya eh. Kasi for people who are used to the previous president, inahanap natin yung mura. Pero I think, for me, that is the good point of President Duterte because that is his way of expressing his frustration. Pero kung gagayahin namin ng BBM, hindi ba bagay? So I'm not saying that cursing is bad or good. Para sa akin, bagay kay President Duterte. That's the way he is.
That's how it connects.
Pero hindi, kung gagayahin ni President Marcos yung pagmumura, hindi ba bagay?
Oo, hindi niya yun eh. Kung hindi natural, bubukol.
Bubukol.
Naalala mo yung yung merong presidential candidate dati na natalo, 'di ba? Nagmumura sa stage. Akala niya pang-masa, pang-connect sa masa yung pagmumura. Yung yung Liberal Party candidate na tinalo ni Presidente Duterte. Yon.
Yes.
Nag-try siya na gano'n na parang pakwela, pamasa na nagmumura pero hindi kumagat no? Bumukol hindi katanggap.
Ito ba yung uminom sa ito ba yung uminom sa plato?
Oo, yan. Yan yun.
Saka yung magaling sa kung fu sa traffic. Ganun.
Saka yung nagbubuhat ng sibuyas. Yan. So, pag hindi natural, huwag pilitin. No?
Yes.
It's insincere and dishonest.
And in keeping with him, a big part of his speech was numbers. President Marcos was very big on mentioning the numbers.
Statistics.
Yes, statistics. Very good, very good. Ano pa dito? Sabi dito, sabi niya, gusto niyang, teka, wait lang. Medyo tayo dito. Boosting agriculture. Gusto niya yatang farm to market roads and eco-donation. Yung papatawarin yung utang ng mga agrarian. So, wala. Tatanggalin niya yung mga utang ng mga nagkautang dahil sa pagbili at pagtanggap ng lupa under agrarian reform, which is very good. Diba? Hopefully, yung mag-follow through din siya dun sa pangako niya na babaan yung presyo ng mga pataba, fertilizer, farm to market roads.
At saka, yata ang idea niya, mag-form ng mga kooperatiba para yung scale, economics of scale ay ma-apply. Kasi nga naman, kung gagamit ka ng mga traktora, hindi ka naman bibili ng traktora, hindi yung traktora sa isang hektaryang lupa lamang o 2 hektarya, no? Kung yung mga lupain na yan na magkakatabi, no, mag-join together to get an equipment, then that will be very efficient.
Correct. Agree ako doon. Okay, ito yung sinabi ko kanina, DICT to focus on digitalizing government services and prioritize connecting our islands digitally. So, I think ito yung he will gusto niya pinaka malayong sulok ng Pilipinas may internet connection. That's good. No? He will use combination of terrestrial or submarine fiber optics, wireless, and even satellite technology. Very good. Very good. Modern.
That's very good kasi yung mga estudyante natin sa mga, diba, sa pinaka-southern, mga Sulu, Tawi-Tawi, yan. Tapos yung sa pinaka-north, no? Kailangan madating talaga ng teknolohiya, no? Everyone should benefit from technology.
Ito medyo controversial to. Pinapa-review niya sa DSWD yung 4Ps beneficiary.
Mhm.
So maraming matatanggal sa sa listahan, pinapalinis niya.
Mhm. Ano ba ang Attorney Cañete, your thoughts on 4Ps?
4Ps for me kasi we cannot deny talaga. Gusto ba natin na sabihin na magtrabaho lahat, magsumikap kayo, and the government cannot guarantee. Hindi magagaranti na ang buhay mo, di ba? We cannot afford, or we cannot stop showing compassion.
Mhm.
Meron talaga sa atin na despite the best efforts of the government to help,
Mhm.
meron kahit man lang makakain the next day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yun man lang, yung bare minimum.
Mhm.
I think we can do more, no? Wala man tayong tinatawag na unemployment benefits eh.
Mhm.
'Di ba? Wala naman tayong unemployment pension stipend.
Mhm.
So 4Ps is
Sa Amerika, meron, Oo.
Pero ang maganda naman dito, the 4Ps are tied towards good parenting. Yung mga anak mo, sa eskwelahan, etc. So, tanggalin lang yung medyo umangat na. Kasi hindi na nila kailangan siguro.
Oo. Yung bibigyan ka ng ayuda pero sisiguraduhin mo na araw-araw papasok sa eskwela ang iyong mga anak. Yan.
Right. Pero lang naman I think we should not unduly burden also the 4Ps beneficiary. Hindi naman ganun kalaki binibigay din eh. I mean, how much ang dinner natin sa isang moderate restaurant? 2,000, 3,000. That's the entire 4Ps allowance.
Oo.
For a month.
Oo. Magkano isang kilo ng bigas? Magkano? No? Sa family, ano bang average na family? 4? 5?
Sa Pilipino, depende kung gaano sila kapag mapagmahal. Shout out. Speaking of lovely people, I'd like to greet our fellow Kapugad, good friend, Attorney Tom Berenger, a very happy birthday. Happy birthday, Attorney Tom. May you enjoy your day today.
At sabi ni Attorney Berenger, ka-birthday din niya ang ating idolo na si Rodolfo Quezon Sr.
Right.
Itanong nyo kung ano ang kanilang similarity ni Attorney Berenger.
Mapagmahal sa asawa.
At saka may sense of humor,
Right. And he's very, very, loving to his kids. Si Tom. He has a very lovely wife and a very, very cute daughter. So, Attorney Tom, enjoy your day with your family. I know you love them so much.
Tayo mag-celebrate tayo separately. Okay. So, ano pa ang sinabi ng Pangulo sa kanyang SONA?
Meron siyang mga priority bills, priority laws na gusto niyang i-implement, One of them is of course tungkol doon sa national defense law, and then emphasizing on ROTC and national service. So ito yung I think this is national defense policy, national defense plan. I think this is already addressing yung mga maraming naririnig ko na he's very soft. He will be soft on terrorists. I don't think that's true. No. He's just trying to be very, very smart about dealing with the communist insurgency. And they should not take these statements of Professor Carlos out of context para lang mabutasan yung tao. I think she's a very smart woman. So, Doc, ano yung mga well, of course you said na hindi mo narinig, pero ano yung
Gaano kahaba ang kanyang speech? Isang oras ba? Humaba?
Mga 3 yata ito.
3 oras?
He's very, he delivered it in mixed Tagalog-English, I think. Pero mostly English.
He's very comfortable in both languages, no?
Yes.
Comfortable siya. Yan. At nadinig ko, umpisa lang kasi nadinig ko dahil magkiklinik ako eh. So, nung kanyang bumabati siya, syempre, binati niya ang Senate President, ang House Speaker, si Martin Romualdez, tapos and so on and so forth. And then, yung at ang unang ginang, no? Nadinig ko yung palakpakan ng mga tao, eh, no? May kilig factor itong couple na to, eh. Ang unang ginang, Lisa, Raneta Marcos, at ang aking mga anak, no? Nadinig ko, radyo yan, nakikinig ako, o ba, nagpalakpakan, tsaka may konting mga ganon, no?
Yes.
I think that, young couple, youngish couple, of course. No? Kasi nagkaroon tayo ng byuda. Tapos matanda na retired general. Tapos matanda na rin si Erap. Tapos si Mrs. Arroyo naman na rin hindi nakabataan nung siya And then after her binata, no?
Hindi.
So,
No, the after GMA, we had the president and first lady in one.
Left and the right. Tapos, sumunod doon, si Presidente Duterte, medyo meron ding kilig factor doon. But this one is youngish, no? Naalala mo ba nung yung Camelot ng USA, no? Pag kilig sila, pag si JFK at saka si Jackie, So, this one, medyo bata-bata pa sila. So, they make
sabi nito, Joel Chavez says, the 1 hour and 15 minutes daw yung speech.
Okay.
So, very short, quite short. Okay naman, kaya naman.
Rin ko mamaya.
Meron daw ito, Marcos calls for the passage of laws creating a Center for Disease Control and Prevention and a Vaccine Institute.
Yes. Yes. Kaya nga no? At pasalamat na rin tayo sa Pangulong Duterte kasi kanyang pinalawak yung ating facilities diyan sa RITM, no? Yung mga karatig lugar niyan binenta na no? Sa Philindes, yan. Pero intact pa rin yung compound ng RITM. And there used to be a vaccine laboratory there, no? Yung anti-venom laboratory na wala na ngayon. I hope that they will bring that back, no? So, yes, parang Center for Disease Control, no? Katulad ng sa Amerika, dito sa Pilipinas, no? Kasi, napapansin mo, ang mga sakit, no? Heart disease, mga ganyan, cancer, hindi yan masyadong nadadagdagan, no? Pero yung mga infectious diseases, no, pagka nagka-outbreak, may bago na naman, tsaka may mga resurgence at tsaka mga mutation. So I think that we have to really focus on that, no, infectious disease center.
For me kasi dapat infectious disease laboratories all over the world should be sharing data sharing kung merong epidemic sa lugar nila.
And that's what China did.
Yes.
They shared right away.
Sa pag-share, we will be able to inform our government and then they will create border controls. Automatic na. Diba?
Pati yung technology, yung bakuna, no?
Yes.
Ilang countries ang nagtulong-tulong para maka-develop ng vaccine.
The vaccine sa atin, are we going to be like India? We're going to separate, we're going to do our own pharmaceutical industry.
Bakit hindi? No? Alam mo, yung halimbawa, yung antibiotic, yung isang halimbawa lang, yung antibiotic na pampahid, no? Ito, mga 300 pesos. Sa India, mga 20 pesos lang. Because they make their own. No? So, I think that would be very good for us, no? To develop our own pharmaceutical industry na hindi tayo nag-import.
Actually, that's one thing I like about the generics law. No? Panahon, I think, kanong panahon ba generics law? Kay GMA? Or Ramos?
Hindi ko na teka.
Hindi kasi ang problema kasi because of the patents, we are paying more for the branded, pero hindi naman active. Pero the active ingredients can be
Pareho.
by other brands, yes.
Oo.
So, nanto tayo ng generics law. Pero sabi sa akin,
1988. Generics
sabihin
Act of 1988. See?
Cory ba yan?
Oo, kung 88, Mrs. Aquino.
Mrs. Aquino, no? But the thing is, sabi sa, if I remember what Teddy Locsin said, they basically, the original was stronger. Ang ginawa nila, they sort of, diluted the law.
Oo. Well, yung nga, mga generic na medicine, if we can only ensure the quality, through our BFAD, yung tight regulation natin can be, are just as good as the branded, Pero alam mo, may mga iba pa kasing factors in play dyan, Yung mga inducement ng mga physicians to prescribe certain brands, yan, mga ganyan, So, merong mga ethical considerations dyan.
Ito pa, sinatabi nilang, sorry wait, medyo may interference ng audio. Tinatawag ng one repatriation command center. One repatriation command center. Isang command center na lang ng repatriation.
Ano ibig sabihin yun, Attorney Cañete?
Isa na lang kakausapin. Because remember, yung concern ng OFWs, maraming agencies yan, multitasking agencies. DFA, OWA, Department of Labor, etc. Ang gusto nila is one command center na lang. Oo. Which is good, no? Which is good. One repatriation. Pag on issue of repatriation, isa na lang kausap.
Okay.
Very good, very good. Ito pa, isang national ID. Gusto niya matapos to. By middle of next year, dapat may 92 million IDs na.
Ang tagal niyan Ang tagal. Kasi may time na may mga ayaw dyan, Alam mo naman, yung mga walang permanent address, no permanent address. Ayaw ng national ID dahil ma-identify sila. Di ba? Yung mga criminal minds lang naman ang ayaw ma-identify.
Okay, another one na gusto ko dito, National Government Right Sizing Program. So, magtatanggal ng mga pwestong hindi na obsolete na at hindi na kailangan. Redundant. What I think is good, no? Of course, may mga walang trabaho. Masakit yon. But long term is we really have to have a leaner and much more responsive government. Tama yun.
Remember that the government is not an employment center. Hindi yan di ba? So,
yes. Ito, E-Government Act, Internet Transaction Act or E-Commerce Law, na-discuss na natin yan. Medical Reserve Corps. So magkakaroon ng Medical Reserve Corps.
Gusto ko yan. Alam mo, matagal ko lang iniisip yan yung Medical Reserve Corps na yan. Kung nakulang tayo sa mga doktor. Paano kaya kung ang gobyerno natin ay magkaroon ng scholarship sa mga gustong mag-medicine na hindi nila kaya? Pero yung mga magtatapos ng medicine, care of the government will serve the government.
Yes.
A certain period. Parang PMA, no? You will serve the government and for a certain period until yung ginamit ng gobyerno na pampag-aaral sa iyo ay naibalik mo na in form of service, no? And then you can go to private practice, no? So kasi alam mo meron pa tayong mga lugar na hindi namamatay, pinapanganak sila at namamatay sila, minsan hindi nakakita ng doktor. Meron pang ganun hanggang ngayon.
Wow.
So, we need talaga. No?
So anyway, hello to Nonay Morillo, Sarin, Pablo, Julio Trenta, all watching us tonight. Ito pa, National Diseases Prevention Management Authority. They're going to make that one.
Alam mo, mahal ko tong Presidenteng to. Ang daming health-related na ano, no? Na
Marami.
Oo.
He will have a National Defense Act, Mandatory Reserves Officers Training Corps, National Service Training Program. Ito yung sagot sa marami nagsasabi na he has been silent about terrorism, yung mga red tagging, etc. I think that thrust to stop the communists are still there. Iba lang yung approach. And I think it's much more, kasi ganito yun eh. I was discussing my friend eh. Ayaw niya, he's anti-communist, no? But he's against red tagging. Not yung exposing them ganito. Ang problema kasi, na-generalize yung alumni of certain schools as being recruitment grounds, right? So ikaw, naging estudyante yung alumni ng mga eskwelahan na yon, na hindi naman, in your personal experience, hindi ka naman na-recruit, be defensive about it. So what you're going to do is blackening an entire group of people who may or may not be aware of those things happening, but definitely it did not happen to them. So pag ikaw ay alumni ng isang state university, for example, sabi, recruiting ground yung eskwelahan mo, ayaw mo namang marinig yan. So you're polarizing an entire group na hindi naman kasama doon sa activity. So the approach is more, I think what they're going for is more surgical. To borrow your term, no? More surgical way to attack the campus recruitment, which I think is smarter thing to do. And if you want to accuse somebody of being a member of the communists, gather the evidence and you file cases. Wag mo lang, don't just throw accusations left and right kasi it's very hard. Gusto rin niya ng amendment sa Electric Power Industry Reform Act or IPIRA. Mayroon yatang babaguhin doon. Maybe to the point to build more power plants and lower electricity rates.
We have the highest electricity rate in Southeast Asia.
Argus Troy is saying good night to you from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Paano yan? Gandang gabi po, Attorney Darwin and Doc Ethel and all Pugads from Argus Troy. Good evening sa'yo, Argus. Meron siyang Department of Water Resources. He wants one to create one. Department of Water Resources, which is good. I think I heard in his speech, pro-environment siya, is very aware of climate change. Very good, very good. So gusto niya...
Sinabi ba siya tungkol sa... Kasi di ba privatized yung mga mga water distribution companies.
Yung yung mga water districts, yung mga luwa.
May sinabi pa siya tungkol dyan.
Maybe that's the reason why he wants this law, para ma-amend yun. I think he wants to conserve and maximize water resources in the Philippines, to protect lalo yung mga watersheds. Very good, very good. Approve ako dito. Very good.
Protect the watersheds, no? Naku, may mga watershed dapat na tinatayuan na ng bahay. Diba? So,
dito magagalit yung isa niyang kaalyado, National Land Use Act. Because alam naman natin ang major land developer dito si Cynthia.
Alam mo, dapat para you build higher, than wider.
Nawawala na yung mga natin mga farmlands natin. They're being turned into malls and housing.
Wala nang pagtatamnan ng bigas, ng palay.
Puro pavement na, wala na tayong parks, wala na tayong, iba? Buti kung magaganda malls nung iba diyan, like ako, didiretsahin ko na, I don't like the malls of S. Honestly, it's just
kahon.
Architecturally ugly. Very ugly.
At saka nakalulungkot na ang konsepto ng ibang tao sa development is pouring concrete.
Yes.
Hindi po laging may maganda kang pambawa, may gusto kang i-develop na resort or tourist spot. Ang unang gagawin, sisimentohan, no? Hindi po sa mga ibang progresibong bansa, as much as possible talagang as is, no? Inaano lang nila, no? Hindi yung huhukay, magsisemento at Tingnan mo ang Baguio, no? It has lost its charm, no? Dahil it's a concrete mountain already.
Ako magpo-provoke na naman ako. I've been to Tagaytay over the weekend. Honestly, I think it's superior to Baguio in many respects.
It's nearer.
It's nearer. The Calax is there. So the commute is faster. And amenities are more integrated with nature. Problema ko sa Baguio, overbuilt. Di ba maraming mga dumaan sa landslides, etc. Overbuilt. Overbuilt.
Na makikita ka doon na side ng mountain na patong-patong na mga bahay, no?
Yung mga putik talaga nag-rush through na doon sa mga bahay na nasa lower part ng mountain. Walang no roots, no trees to hold back the water. Right. That's a calamity, that's a disaster
waiting to
happen. Yeah. We have the Government Financial Institutions Unified Initiative to Distress Enterprises for Economic Recovery. Ito yata yung tutulong sa mga kumpanyang pampalugina. Mga too big to fail. Okay, ito more on technical ito eh. Natural enabling law for the natural gas industry.
Gas.
Very good. Natural yung Malampaya is natural gas yan.
Yeah. But how much do we have left in Malampaya? Diba?
Paubos na yun eh.
Oo. Did the president mention anything about other forms of energy like nuclear and wind and hydroelectric?
These are the summary bills, no? But I'm sure nuclear was being floated. Sa akin lang, no? Para sila.
Miss na mismo, ano?
Ha?
Kami mismo.
Well, when I have the urge to, think down, I think of her, and then my IQ drops about half. Okay. So, I think nuclear is one of the things that he's looking at, no? Pero the usual, marami na namang kontra,
Oo, pero that the technology is better and newer and smaller, hindi katulad ng Gargantuan na Bataan nuclear power plant. Power plants now can be smaller in size.
Okay, Argus Troy tells me in the parang wala po yatang nabanggit si PBBM sa SONA about or illegal drug problem. I think sa akin lang again. If BBM will say anything, that means she is changing something or adding something. Pero kung maganda na yung current drug program, what's there to talk about? He will just say, tutuloy ko lang yan. So, that the fact that he said nothing means the policy has not changed. The approach has not changed. Diba? So, that's I don't take it negatively pag hindi niya binanggit. It's because, sabi nga nila, if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it. Yeah. So, hold your horses. Huwag kagad mema. Ano pa? National Land Use Act. Bakit? Independent foreign policy. Friend to all. Yan. Ito na. See?
That's basically continuing what President Duterte did. Right.
Ito. This one, I got this from, share screen ko. This one is from Inday Barona.
The usual suspect.
Ito yung reaction niya President Marcos delivers an earnest speech almost devoid of drama. Yeah, okay. The first part, all macroeconomics, was dense with figures as if to belie criticism of less than diligent ways. May pa-shade pa.
May padaples ha. There's enough.
There's enough for Marcos to fall or rise on the basis of his pledges. Then second tweet. President Marcos spoke calmly, limiting the drama to his promises. To agrarian reform beneficiaries struggling to pay mortgage for the land they now possess under the CARP, he pledged condonation of their delinquencies. Okay. He promised subsidies for farmers faced with soaring prices on inputs like fertilizer, saying government would buy in bulk to lessen costs. Some economists may call the pledges populist, but activist farmers groups have been demanding this for years and paying with their lives.
Wow, I'm surprised, Inday. A good word. Okay.
Some of these issues addressed by are in the agrarian reform series. My question is, where will the president find funds for these promises under the tighter fiscal regime he also laid out? Sabi ko, that's why he's looking for more funds. That's why he is, answer ko lang doon, they will be taxing digital streaming services. Baka doon mapunta.
And make tax collection more efficient.
Tama, di ba? Okay. Ayaw ko na bigyan ng oras itong pinagkukunan ko niyan at hindi ko gusto yung website.
I'm a little bit surprised that, although merong hinimas ng konti tapos binatukan.
Yeah. Ganun naman mga dilaw Di ba? They cannot find anything to disagree. Pero magsishade yan. Kahit pa paano.
Can't help it. It's an itch. It's an itch that they have to scratch.
So overall, I think there's more to discuss I think we will just unpack more a lot more of what he said. Siyempre, we can only I'm sure there are many things he has left out, but I think that's for his appointees to fill in. Baka mag-bring in sila ng other ideas when they get appointed. So medyo open lang konti para hindi masyado magulo yung
Speaking of appointees, the medical community is really waiting for Godot. Waiting for the appointment of the Secretary of Health.
Kahit sino, wag lang yung yung favorite kong nagdemanda sa'yo.
But I think that Undersecretary, now OIC, Dr. Rosario Rosette Vergere is doing a good job, no? She's from the ranks, so it will not be a bad idea to retain her. Actually,
sa akin is whoever will be chosen, number one, we'll have to prioritize what happened to PhilHealth. Number two, team player, hindi tulad nung favorite mo si Rose Pig.
must know how to work with others. Yan.
Saka very important, number three, hindi dilawan. Kasi pag dilawan yung i-appoint mo or may history being nice to dilawan sa sabotahe.
Yeah.
So, no dilawans.
Kailangan aligned with the wishes and plans of the Commander-in-Chief.
Yes. Actually, that should be the rule in all the appointees of BPM. Wag align sila, hindi yung identified sa dilawan.
Ayun.
Nakita mo ba yung national costume or national wear ni Inday Sara? Very nakataba ng puso.
At sabi, for the first time ay mayroong nagsuot ng ganon and they are represented, no? Ang sabi ng iba, hiniram niya. Ang sabi naman ng iba ay binili. Pero whatever it is, no, ay nakikita natin na may mga ibang kultura pa na hindi natin masyadong kilala. At salamat, no, her being the Secretary of Education, she is educating us, no, regarding the other facets of our culture.
Yes.
Salamat.
So, I think
napakaganda niya, no?
At saka iba yung aura, the teamwork, you can feel both BBM and Sara Duterte, Inday Sara, are in sync.
No.
They know their roles in the government.
Oo. Talagang kaya napaka-importante na ang mananalo, yung iboboto, no, na presidente at vice-presidente ay pareho sa isang team. No? You cannot have two people from different teams who may fight against each other. No?
Saka yung mga nang-iintriga na mag-away yung dalawa, stop it. Honestly, stop it. It's not
Meron ba?
Meron. May nabasa ako.
Tax on your houses.
Sana hindi masarap ulam nyo.
Monkeypox on your houses. Ayan. Speaking of monkeypox, the WHO has declared monkeypox as an urgent or as significant or as ano ba yung word na yon? It's here, no? And it's nakalimutan ko na ang word na ginamit ng WHO. Yan. But we have a real problem in monkeypox. Yan. Ang monkeypox lang naman kasi transmitted through direct contact. If you're clean, if you keep hygiene, then you will have nothing to worry about.
Right. So, para hindi kayo maging kamukha ni Kiko, just avoid. Be cautious.
Hindi po totoo na bananas ang pang-kontra sa monkeypox.
So, anyway, mga kapugad, thank you for joining us for this an hour. Again, it's a brand new day. We have a policy direction from the new president. So, give him a chance. And I'd like to say hi to my wife, Wilma, my two kids, Grayson and Sophia. My friends in the panel, kasama ko sa hearing kanina, Chief Sunny Ocampo, si Deputy Lelia Lanes, my colleagues in OCP Caloocan, and my mother, Vilma, in Davao City. Hi, Ma. And my aunt, Ate Lilia and Ate Edita, who might be watching this. Good evening sa inyo.
Babatiin ko rin sila, si Ma'am Marie Rafael, si Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles.
Oh yes, she had a very nice.
Ang ganda, no?
Maganda.
Ang ating kasama, si Mark Lopez, Attorney Tom Berenguer. I think they're somewhere. And I'm so sorry I cannot join you because, alam mo, I have a confession to make. I was tested positive for COVID. I don't know. Although I have been very careful, but I am very thankful also that I've had my 2 boosters. So that's making my symptoms very mild. Yan. So magpa-booster na rin po kayo. Yan. So, yan lang, no? And hi to Maricar Serrano, who's
already abroad.
miles away from us.
She will have a very, very special episode, guest.
You watch out for
watch out for her.
Balita talaga ito.
Also, hi to Miss Noor Azuki Vitil, who is an anniversary follower. So, 1 year ka ng follower namin on Pugad Vloggers. So, ilang taon na tayo? More on 3 years na yata tayo.
Magti 3 years sa October.
3 years ba? O 4? Parang mabilis yung panahon.
Yung first anniversary natin ay nasa pandemic na tayo. 2020.
2020 ba tayo first?
Tapos 2021, 2022. So, magti 3 years na tayo.
Okay. So, hello also to Aaron Santos. So, good evening mga pugad. Thank you for joining us. Watch for the next 2 programs, Oras ng Himala and Kakampi with Bert Erta. Good night!
Good night, everyone!
Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers, ang kurap titirisin, sa loob sa bayan wawalisin, walang sasantuhin. Ang saya-saya, nakakabaliw, kasama natin ang tropa. Pugad Vloggers, Pugad Vloggers.
The views and comments of the hosts and guests are not necessary.